And hello everybody, welcome back to the channel guys. I hope you're all well. Before we do get into today's video, as always, please do smash that like button and subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content guys. An emergency live stream for you this afternoon as there is a bit of breaking news coming out of Turkey, and reports are stating that both John Lundstram and Borna Barasic have agreed deals in principle to move to Trabzonspor out in the Turkish Super League. Guys, if you are just jumping in, hit the like button. First and foremost, these live streams, you do make it, so do let me know your thoughts on this news down there in the comment section below. Or if you're watching this live, of course, get involved into the live chat and let me know your thoughts with regards to it. Guys, as stated, look, it has been a bit of an interesting week for Rangers thus far, and I have jumped on this one, of course, because it comes from Yagis Samkonkoglu, who probably is the most reputable journalist out in Turkey, and he doesn't get things wrong. He was the man, of course, that spoke about Rıdvan Yılmaz. He was the man that kept us up to date with regards to everything that was Rıdvan Yılmaz, and was one of the first people to break the story. As stated, 1.2 million followers out on Twitter, on X, is a trusted source within Turkish football, Turkish thingy. And this afternoon, literally moments ago, he has said Trabzonspor have added John Lundstram and Borna Barasic from Rangers to its squad ahead of next season. Following this was also backed up again by another big Turkish outlet, Sabah Sport, who have stated the exact same, that both John Lundstram and Borna Barasic is a done deal. Trabzonspor have reached an agreement in principle with 3 players before the end of the season, those being Borna Barasic, Dennis Dragus and John Lundstram. So there you go. That is latest reports coming out of Turkey this moment in time. This is an ever-moving story. And for those of you that have subscribed to my channel for a very long time, I won't jump on things if I think they're BS, and I don't bring you BS things like this if, of course, it said it's being done. As I say, I don't rarely done deal something if it isn't coming from a reputable source, and I trust these sources out here in Turkey. As stated, Fabrizio Romano quotes a lot of his Turkish football from Yagos Sambunkakonglu, and stated, remember the Rıdvan Yılmaz situation, he was at the forefront of it, and he was the guy that did speak about it and did break the news with regards to Rıdvan Yılmaz going to Rangers. So yes, trusted sources out in Turkey saying Trabzonspor have added John Lundstram and Borna Barasic to its squad from Rangers. An agreement is in principle at this moment in time. Of course, the pair do come to the end of their current contracts at the end of the season. So it is a very, very interesting story indeed, because, well, Borna Barasic, I feel, was going to be going out of the door regardless. John Lundstram, on the other hand, there has been a contract on the table, and Philippe Clement even said earlier today, supposedly, that the contract is there and he is going to sign it, or he is confident that he is going to sign it. But there has been a humming and hawing before, but in this stalling for the contract for John Lundstram, and this is what reports are stating, is that Trabzonspor have agreed a deal in principle. Of course, agreeing a deal in principle isn't on the dotted line just yet, but as stated from Turkish sources, things are moving quickly with regards to the pair. They are free, of course, to speak to countries, to clubs outside of the country, again, the reports out in Turkey, again, I do admit, very reputable sources are stating that a deal is done in principle. Who is the third guy that's going? Never heard of him. I don't know. I'm not a Trabzonspor fan. I really don't care about them two. But it's certainly, this one came about, I think. I mean, this story came out in about January that they were planning to swoop in for Borna Barasic. Then there was reports stating that John Lundstram was another one as well that was appearing on as a potential target for Trabzonspor as well. Now, of course, it does seem as though a deal in principle has been agreed. So that would mark the end of Mr. John Lundstram and Mr. Borna Barasic's Rangers careers, which I do. I mean, I don't really like what Philippe Clement's been saying with regards to it, stating that I wanted him to stay and all these kind of things. I don't want him to stay. I don't think fans want him to stay, and certainly it'd be absolute suicide for Rangers to agree a 3-year deal. A 3-year deal for him to stay at this football club, genuinely, because Yeah, I mean, I think we're seeing it now with Connor Goldson, obviously offering him a 4-year deal when he was 29, coming to the end of it. But we started to see the trajectory go down with regards to Connor Goldson over the last season or so, and I think the same would be with John Lundstram. I think he's far too inconsistent to be signing down to a 3-year deal. Genuinely, I don't necessarily would think that would be good for us. Genuinely, the Blue Baron says shame about Lundstram. Few players on our squad play as many games as him. I know he gives 45 games, but is there better? That's the questions you need to be asking out there. Is there anything better? Is there anything better out there at this moment in time? It's one of them. So, as stated, this is what's been said from 2 Turkish outlets, one being a very, very reputable journalist, ladies and gentlemen, by the name of Yagiz Sambun Kongaguglu. As stated, he was the man that broke the Ridvan Yilmaz news. And of course has reported it here. For those of you just tuning into the live stream, it's coming out of Turkey, a very reputable source out in Turkey, stating that a deal is agreed in principle to land both John Lundstram and Borna Barasic come the season close from Rangers. Very, very interesting one there again, and that was followed up, of course, as well by Trabzonspor as well out in Turkey. So very interesting indeed, just because it does feel like John Lundstram was going to be signing a new contract. And again, it's certainly something to we see. The Blue Baron says, can we get better with our budget? I don't know, but the question is the Blue Baron. Right, I'll give you an example, right, in terms of the transfers. Look, listen. John Lundstram, of course, has been an okay player. I think he's been a decent player for us over the last, 3 years? This is his 3rd season, 4th season? Can't really remember. Is it 3rd season? It's Gerard's first year he came in. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so 3 years he's been here so far. And it's all well and fair to say that he's done good. He's made a little bit of an impact. I think he's been fairly inconsistent during his time at Rangers. But to say that we cannot better him I think is silly. Seriously, I'm not going to begrudge your thoughts as a football fan. Of course not. But I would say, look, bringing in the next thing, a diamond. I think we're going down a different path. I keep on saying in all the videos, with Niels Koopman as the director of football, I think we're looking for more younger players that are going to be the next thing, rather than bringing in all these players that have played down in the Premier League and played down in the Championship and are coming towards the end of their careers. I think obviously, look at the signings of sort of Diamande, look at the signings of Oscar Cortez. I seriously do believe that's going to be the way and the direction that this football club's going to be going, and looking for the next big thing and using that as our transfer strategy, implemented more into youth. Look what Niels Koopman did at PSV Eindhoven. Look at what they're doing at this moment in time at the Eredivisie. They are tearing it apart. They have just beaten Arne Slot's Feyenoord, who won the league last year, and he's just now got the job to go to Liverpool. They beat his side to the title this year. Have had a stellar season, and this has been in the wheels have been in motion with regards to building this team, and Niels Koopman is part of doing that. So again, I am optimistic about the signings and the players that we can get in through the door, and people talking about budgets, but that's why you've got to be shrewd as a football club. There's no point signing these players that are worth £4 million and you get Dessers, £3 million you get Sam Lammers. All of these players that are kind of duds, that transfer strategy isn't working for us at Rangers at this moment in time. So you need to be a bit more shrewd with your business. No, go to the source and get younger players and then sell them on for more a bit later on. So we'll see what happens with regards to it. But for those of you just tuning in this afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, we are saying that Turkish sources are reporting that a deal in principle has been done and a pre-contract agreement has been done there for John Lundstram and Borna Barasic to join Trabzonspor. Sorry, my pronunciation is really bad, as Derek Adays says there. Trabzonspor. There we go. Thank you. Lennon says, John will be a legend for his goal against Leipzig. Going to miss him, but he needs to go. Watching for your favourite country, Mexico. Nice one. I do miss a bit of Mexico now and then. Let them leave now. Empty jersey. Stephen Moorhead says, good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. Guys, if you haven't already hit the like button, please do. And subscribe to the channel for daily Rangers content. It's just a break making live stream today, guys. As stated, for those of you that follow this channel for the last, 4 years, again, I trust the sources that I go to, and I wouldn't come on and do a live stream in regards to this if I didn't trust them. So it is an early one. It is a pre-contract agreement. Things could maybe change. It's a deal in principle, so not technically down in writing just yet. But that's coming out of Turkey from Turkey's most reputable journalist, who Fabrizio Romano goes to for Turkish football news. That's coming to you this afternoon, that a deal in principle has been agreed there with regards to Trabzonspor and, of course, John Lundstram and Borna Barasic. Do let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all a bit later on for maybe a preview ahead of the game this weekend. But anyway, I'll see you all next time. Take care. Peace. Thank you.